Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. I'm going to try to show you how to draw this. And I might even make a part two and use some interactive fill tool on it. But what I like to do is take a rectangle, not holding down the control button, and I'm going to put 3 inches, which is more than I need. Now I want it ratio pretty good, so I'm going to make it this 4 inches. Now I kind of want to see what it's going to look like, but I think it'll work because if you make it short enough, it'll look like hearts. But I think we can change that in here in just a minute. So I'm going to go to Effects and Contour. Because we're 4 inches wide, we're going to contour at 1 inch. Now I'm going to take, always smart to take object and break the contour apart. I'm going to go ahead and group this, and I'm going to Control D, and I can change my nudge factor to 4 inches. Well, I could actually change it to 5, and I'm going to Control D and move this over. Actually, I really could have gone to 4, but if you didn't, you could go 1 inch and move one of them over 1 inch, because that's what I must have made 2 copies of it. Let's make sure there's only one there. Now Control G to group, Control D to duplicate, and rotate it 90 degrees. And from here you can back up. See, we're too short. So what we're going to do, we're going to just elongate this a little bit. I made another duplicate. Elongate this just a little bit. I must have made a lot of duplicates. And then I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate and rotate it 90 degrees because we want kind of that heart shape, which I think this is perfect. Now, Control G to group and then hit P to put it in the center of the page. I'm going to bring in indexing lines because we're going to need them here in a minute. Now, I like working with it at a different angle, so I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. And you can see my heart shape worked out pretty well. So now we just need to delete some lines, but we don't have to delete all the lines. So what I'm going to do is delete, take the virtual segment delete key, and I'm going to delete that line, that line, that line. I'm leaving the heart shape. I'm going to go ahead and delete these lines and this one, which is going to bleed over to there, but that way we won't have to cut. We'll save a lot of cut time. Now, my nudge factor is on 1. This thing is almost 14 inches, so we'll make our nudge factor 15. We're going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in, and you see what we got. Now I'm going to nudge it over. I'm going to nudge this over, nudge this right back. I'm going to left click, right click, and the indexing lines are going to help us rotate it. So I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. See how it's off center, but we're going to change that by putting it right there in the center. Doesn't look like it is, but it is. I don't know if I made a duplicate yet, but we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. I did, so Control D, Control D. Now, look at the lines we don't have to cut. Now, you've got 2 choices. If everything worked perfectly, you could weld it, but it didn't delete all the lines. So just make sure you delete all the lines. Sometimes it's a little bit, leaves a little stick there. Now take the Smart Fill tool. Whoop, I need one more line. So it really didn't delete any of the lines. So take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in, and you have that pattern. Now I am gonna make a part 2 to see if I can't use the interactive fill tool or do something with the color, but that's still a pretty good graphic. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.